Okay. I'll just give you these. Notes. And this is not on your guys' notes. It's just kind of do this mentally. Okay, the next three numbers.
What?
Okay, the next three numbers. No?
No.
We'll keep looking. Keep looking. There you go. Awesome. This is your 100. This Did I get sweet guys? Yes. Okay. All right. Make sure you put your name at the top. 1, 2. Man, no Mason. 3. Okay. So all right. Take a look. Juan, what are the next three numbers? What do you think?
Don't know.
What? You don't know?
No.
Did you even look at it?
Yeah.
Really? Ooh. All right. Add.
8, 11, 14.
She says 8, 11, and 14. 8, 11, and 14. How'd you get those?
Because it's going up by 3.
All right, it's going up by 3 each time. So you want to see the pattern. So -4 goes to -1.
Who's going to take this?
Maddie. And
Right now?
Jen. Yeah.
Come on, guys.
And then -1 to 2, 2 to 5. Each time it's going up 3. Up 3, up 3. 5 to 8 goes up 3. Then we just keep going. Follow the pattern. So we're going to deal with like number patterns. How to figure that next one out. Okay, now this next part still isn't on your guided notes, but just pay attention. Could you give me the 12th term for the following sequence? Okay. Could you give me the 12th term? So it's a little bit different. This is the first. This is the second. This is the third. This is the fourth. What would you do to give me the 12th term? How is this one changing? Rylan, you know? No? You don't know? Ellie?
It's adding 5.
Ooh, adding 5.
4.
Adding 4. It's adding 4. All right, so what do you think the 12th term is going to be? How do I find that? So I'd start at, the first term, -11, -7, -3, 1. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We can do this, right? So what's that? 5, 9, 13, 17, 21, 25, 29, 33. Got it. No big deal, right? All right, now I want you to give me the 412th term.
Whoa, slow down.
Okay. So now what would you have to do? All right, now there's math. We're going to figure out an easier way. You don't know the easier way yet. All right, I want everybody to make a guess. On the right-hand corner, top right-hand corner of your paper, you put down your guess. Closest one gets a homework pass. So you got 5 seconds. You got 10 seconds. Put down a guess. What do you think the 412th term is? We'll figure it out later.
Oh, you want him to write the number down?
Just the number.
Oh, okay. I thought it was in a formula.
No. It's not going to be 16. That will not be the answer. Okay, that will not be the answer. You're not even going to guess? 10. Bigger than 10. All right, so 412 term. See if we can figure that out a little bit later. We'll come back to this. All right, now here's what we're doing. These are called arithmetic sequences. Arithmetic sequences. Now, I am pronouncing that correctly. Okay, I know like you learned arithmetic, that's when you add and subtract things, but we call these arithmetic sequences. Basically, They're sequences that way go up or down by a constant amount. So first of all, let's make sure we understand what's going on. This is on your sheet there. Okay, now we're on your guided notes. So it says a blank is an ordered list of numbers. So put right in that spot, a sequence is an ordered list of numbers. Okay, it goes on your notes. Write that down. That first blank, write the word sequence. All right, now what's it ask for? Each number in a sequence is called a what? Term. Put that in there. Each term has a specific. I don't think I should have that in there. What do you got on yours? Okay, you don't even have it. Each term has a specific position in the sequence. So we always talk about this is the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and we were talking about in general, you gotta say just the nth position. Okay, that's just in general. All right, these are arithmetic sequences. First thing you need to identify, is it going up or down by a common amount? Okay, up or down by a common amount. For the first one, it's going up by what? 3. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to call that amount D, our D value, and you'll see why in a second. So that's going to be 3. So that tells us how far it's going up. All right, the second one, 1.2, 2, 2.8, 3.6, 4.4, 5.2. Says going up by 0.8. Yes, great. So D equals 0.8. Sometimes they're nice whole numbers, sometimes they're not. All right, what about the 3, the third one? Go from 27 to 21.
Going down by 6.
Going down by 6. If it's going down, your D is negative. So it is negative 6. D is negative 6. So for that. Now here's your key idea there. We call that your common difference. Your common difference. Okay, in an arithmetic sequence, the difference between each pair of consecutive numbers is the same. This difference is the common difference. Okay, here's how you find it. Like if you don't know, like by looking at them, like it's not popping in your head. I take 19 minus 16 to get 3. I take 16 minus 13 to get 3. And if I do that each time, I'll get the same number. So here, I take negative 3 minus 3. That is negative 6. 3 minus 9 is negative 6. 9 minus 15 is negative 6, okay? So like if it's not popping in your head, you can do that. All right, now, here's what I want you to do for this first example. I'm going to tell you what the first term is. I'm going to tell you the common difference is 3. You're going to write the first 5 terms. Okay, so you're just going to list them out. Now, if the common difference is positive, that means it is going up. If the common difference is negative, it's going down. So first term is negative 11. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 of them. All right. How do I find Damien? How do I find the next one? Add 3. What's that? Oh, I told us one of these. What did you get for that one? You said negative 8. So you add 3, you get negative 8. You need to use your calculator. Type it in there. All right. Find your others. Find the rest of them. Carly, what do you got?
Negative 5,
-5,
negative 2, 1.
-2, and 1. Each one goes up by 3. I agree. Okay, so double check what you got. First term is 12.8. Okay, for that second one. Common difference is negative 2.4. So write down that negative 2.4 in that blank. See what has a blank? Yeah, if I go hunt them down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 12.8. All right. What's our next term going to be? What's the next term you think is going to be? First term is 12.8. Zach?
10.4.
He says 10.4. Okay, so really, you can think of it this way. Yep. So you're going to take 12.8. And you can either type in plus negative 2.4, but that's going to be the same as subtracting. Okay, you're going to do minus. All right, go from 10.4. Find your next three. Find your next three for that. Find it.
Yeah.
All right, got it. All right, Austin, what do you got after 10.4?
I got 8.
You got 8. And then what do you got after 8?
6.8.
Double check that one. I like the 8. I think we're good there. Use your calculator. What's it tell you? Type in 8.
4.6.
Okay, good. 5.6. All right, Maya, how are we going to get the next one? Use your calculator.
It went up.
Yeah.
Oh, it went up?
Yeah.
Can it go? Can it go? All right, so that's why you got to do each one with us. So what do you do? How did you do it, Jeff? You said it went up.
5.6 minus negative 2.4.
Okay, you got to add that. You got to add negative 2.4. You got two options. Okay, so it's got to keep going down, right? So you can do that, or you can do 5.6. You can just do straight minus 2.4, but you can't do minus and negative. You can't do minus and negative. So it's got to be 3.2.
Yeah, what happens when you minus a negative in your calculator? What would it actually do?
It goes up.
It would add it, yeah.
Minus it. So you got to watch that. So that should be your 5 terms. If it doesn't make sense, figure that out. Okay, now example 2 says determine whether the sequence appears to be an arithmetic sequence. Okay? If so, find the common difference and the next 3 terms. So the first ones we told you were arithmetic. We said, hey, it automatically is. Now you've got to determine. So number 1, take a look at that one. From what you have shown, what's shown to you, can we say, basically, is it going up by a constant amount or is it going down by a constant amount? If yes, then we're good. It is arithmetic. All right, for that one. So let's look at that first one. Alex, what do you think? Is it arithmetic?
Yeah.
Okay, now, what is it going up by?
4.
That is your common difference. So you would say D equals 4. Now, we need to list the next 3 terms. Okay, so it's just going to go up. Next 3 terms. Add
25.
25. Then what?
29.
Then what?
34.
34?
Going by 5. Or 4. Oh, 33.
33. Now remember the dots mean that just keeps going on. That same pattern keeps going on. But those are the next 3. 25, 29, 33. So we're good. All right, look at number 2. Look at number 2. You have to identify, is it arithmetic? And then if so, what's the common difference? Ava, is it arithmetic?
No.
No, it is not, because 10 goes from 10 to 8 goes down 2, but 8 to 5 goes down 3, and then it goes down 4. There's a pattern, but it's not arithmetic. All you got to do, not arithmetic. Okay, that's all you got to do for that one. All right, now 3 and 4. They throw some fractions at you. Some of you don't really like fractions, but you got to be able to do this. So you got to take a look at negative 3/4 to negative 1/4 to 1/4 to 3/4. Okay? All right, you got an answer. All right, we already answered that. That's not arithmetic. Done. That's all you do. Keep up.
Just gotta look at the numerators, right? The denominators are the same?
Yeah, you could just do that. Yep. So really, if the denominators are all the same, okay, Mr. Parker had a good idea. You're just looking at negative 3 to negative 1 to 1 to 3. What do you say?
The numerators are going up by 2.
Going up by 2. All right, now, so this is arithmetic. What is our D value? what is it going, arithmetic, what's it going up by?
Never mind.
All right.
2/4.
2/4, she said. Okay, 2/4, but what is that the same as?
Just 2.
Nope. 2/4 is not equal to 2.
Or
Reese?
1.5.
Watch how you say that. You said 1.5. I don't think that's what you meant. Just 1/2. Just 1/2. So here it is. Now here's how you get this. If you're looking at this and you can't tell, you subtract the terms. What is 3/4? Now I got to put that in as a fraction. You can put it in as a fraction on yours. Minus 1/4. Okay, it'll give me 0.5. And then I got to do 1/4 minus negative 1/4. Gives me 0.5. And then I got to do negative 1/4 minus negative 3/4. Gives me 0.5. That is my d value. All right, now do this with the second one. Do this with that, or the fourth one. Do negative 2/3 minus negative 1/3. Okay, now what is 0.3 repeating as a fraction? Or maybe your calculator gave it to you because you can type in fraction. But what is 0.3 repeating as a fraction? Juan, you know? Really?
I was gonna say 1.
Well, 1 would just be 1.
Yeah.
0.3 repeating?
1 negative 1/3.
Yeah, it would be negative 1/3. 0.3 repeating. 0.3 repeating is equal to 1/3, and since that was a negative, it'd be negative 1/3. All right, take negative 1/3. Now take negative 1/3 minus positive 1/3. What's it give us? Is that the same thing? No. So what does that tell us? It's not arithmetic. Okay, because it jumps. It basically goes down 1/3, but it jumps over 0. There should be a 0 there if it was arithmetic. So you got to be, this one there, you got to be careful. Not arithmetic. Okay, not
So I
arithmetic.
get the next 3 terms in number 3.
Oh, number 3, good. Next 3 terms, thank you. 1, 2, 3. All right. Now you can think of it as 1/2, but some of you said 2/4. Really, that's what you're adding. You can go ahead and just keep following that pattern. So it went negative 3, negative 1, 1, 3. The next one in that pattern, Jeff, would be what?
4, 3, 4, 4.
Not 4 over 4.
Add 2 fours.
5, 4.
5 over 4. Good. And then I'm going to add 2 again. It's going to be 7 over 4. Then it's going to be 9 over 4. That's what you should get for that. You got to follow that same pattern. Okay, same pattern. All right, so you got to determine whether it's arithmetic, and then if it is, you got to find those next 3 terms. All right, flip it over on the back. Now I'm going to build this up yet. This isn't on your guided notes, but just pay attention. First of all, is that arithmetic? 4, 7, 10, 13, 16. Goes up by what? 3. Common difference is 3. How we can write this. Okay, how we can write this. Now, the position, that's your first term. We use this symbol, a sub 1, if I'm talking about the first term. Our first term is a 4. To get the next term, what do I add to it? I added to it 3, right? So you take your first term and you add 3. That gives us our second term. Okay, our third term, we keep adding 3. But if you notice, since we keep adding 3, it's going to be a multiple of 3. So as we keep moving down to talk about the last term, we're going to put an n minus 1 there. It's going to be 1 less than the number of the term. So here's what eventually happens. Put a box around this or highlight it or something so you got that right there. That is going to be our general formula. This is how we're going to find the 412th term of that sequence. Okay, so this is how we do. You start with the first term, and then you keep adding that d value. Okay, repeated addition is multiplication, and that's how we're going to determine each one. All right, so for this one here, write an equation for the nth term of the arithmetic sequence. I'll show you what that means. And then we're going to find the 16th term, not by listing them all out. Okay. First thing to do, write down that formula. It said a sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. Okay, we're going to substitute what we know, and we're going to get a sub n and keep it by itself. Do we know the first term? First term's what? 4. So I'm just going to write it over here for a second. A sub 1 equals 4. What is my common difference? 4, 8, 12, 16 is going up by what? 4. So now here's what I'm going to do. So come over to here. So a sub n equals the first term. Take that out and put in the number 4. Plus, I'm going to keep it as n minus 1 and put 4 in parentheses. You are allowed to have a number on the right. We will still distribute it into those parentheses. Okay, they just put it on the right here. You're allowed to do that. That's fine. Now, a sub n equals 4 plus 4 times n is 4n. 4 times negative 1 is minus 4. Combine like terms. Well, what's 4 plus negative 4? That just adds up to what? 0. So here's what we get. A sub n equals 4n. That is our equation for the nth term. So that's the first part of the answer. You got to write that down. All right, what do you think I need to do to find the 16th term once I have that equation? I'm kind of inferring a lot here. Any idea, Damien?
Just switch 16 out, right?
Yep, just put in for the 16th term, let n equal 16. Okay, so I got a sub n equals 4 times whatever n is. So the 16th term will be 4 times 16, which is, use your calculators, it's fine. Lindsay, what do you get for that?
64.
Says 64. All right, so my 16th term is 64. So you got that. So 2 pieces we had to do. We had to find the equation for the nth term, which is this right here. The 16th term is going to be 64. All right, that second one. All right, I want the 60th term. But I also need the equation, same direction. I got to find the equation for the nth term. So where it says the blank, put down 60th. And then I got 11, 5, negative 1, negative 7. All right, that is arithmetic. What's my D value? Okay. Alex, do you know what our D value is? Yes, D is negative 6. Yep, so you said minus, so you say D is negative 6. So here's what we're going to do. Start with this. Write down a sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times D. This is what we're going to do to get that equation to find any term. All right, plug in a sub 1. The first term is 11. That's what goes there. Plus n minus 1. Real important here. Put D, put that in parentheses or else it'll look like you're subtracting. If you don't put it in parentheses, you're going to end up making a mistake there. Distribute your negative 6 to both of those. Okay, now that 11 doesn't get touched because it's separated by that plus. So I got a sub n equals 11. Negative 6 times n is just negative 6n. And negative 6 times negative 1 is plus 6.
How'd you get this?
Okay. I got a negative 1 here, right? I got a negative 6. I'm multiplying those two together. Negative times a negative is always positive. All right, now final answer though. Combine your like terms. All right, Emily, do you know what I would do here? No. All right. Do you see? All right. Look at this right here. What could I combine together? What do you think I could combine it? What are like terms?
U minus the 6.
The minus 6 goes with that n. What else do I have though?
11.
I got 11 and a 6. So I can combine those. What's 11 plus 6 give me?
17.
Good. So now here's what I got. I got negative 6n plus 17. That is your equation. That is your equation. Write it down. That is what I can use to find any term. So if I want the 30th, the 40th, the 50th, but I want the 60th term. So for the 60th term, let n equal 60 in that equation. So I got to find the equation first, which is negative 6n plus 17. And then a sub 60, let n equal 60, negative 6 times 60 plus 17. All right, go ahead and come up with that. Zach, you got the answer? Don't let everybody else get a shot. And then I'll come back to you in a second. Okay. Zach, what'd you get?
377.
Ooh, I'm going to disagree. You got positive 377?
Negative 377.
I'm still going to disagree. Dude, type it in again. All right, so Juan, what'd you get?
Negative 343.
He says negative 343. Abby, is that what you got? Negative 343. Because you got to type that in. All right, now here's what you got to understand. So we came up with this equation. A sub n equals negative 6n plus 17. What happens when I plug in 1? What's negative 6? Negative 6 times 1 plus, whoops, hold on. Negative 6 times 1 plus 17. That's got to give me my first term. It's got to give me 11. And what should I get when I plug in 2? What's my second term? 5. It better give me that. So I got negative 6 times 2 plus 17. That gives me my second term. And now negative 6 times 3 plus 17. That's going to give me my third term. Okay, that's why we come up with that. Now it can give me any term. All right, let's go back to this one here. All right, what'd you then put down? Aiden, what'd you put down for the 412 term? 1,637, he says. 1,637 is one of them. Okay, Diana, what'd you put down?
830.
830. Does anybody have anything higher than 1,637?
14,256.
14,256.
10,135.
10,135.
1,648.
Oh, you guys are close.
6,675.
Okay, now if you didn't make a guess, you're out of luck here. All right, how do I find the 412 terms? What do I got to find first? I got to find the equation. How do I find the equation? Okay, let's go through here. What's my D value for this one? What's it going up by? All right, Carly, what's it going up by? It's going up by 4, so D is 4. So now A sub n will equal the first term, which is negative 11, plus n minus 1 times positive 4. So that's going to give me A sub n equals negative 11. Distribute the 4 plus 4n minus 4. And now I get 4n minus 15, it looks like. If I plug in 1, plug in 2. Good. All right, plug in 412. What's 4 times 412 minus 15? 4 times 412 minus 15. 1633? Who had 1637? All right, what did you have?
I actually had 1633 at the top of my paper.
You did?
Yeah.
Did you guess?
Yeah. I just.
Wow.
Did you guess? So you figured it out? One off. All right, so I'll give you both the homework pass. Okay, so 1633. So that's pretty good. So you basically you're figuring it's going up. How many times? It's going up by 411 times. That's what's happening. So you take that first term, and then you're really adding 411 times that. All right, good. All right, now page 225. You got a little bit of time here once you get started. 1 to 6. 7 to 11 odd. 29 to 31 all. So when it says like 1 to 6, you got to do all of them. And only 7 to 11 odd. All right, hey, get to work. We can help you if you need it.
You can use
Okay.
Kyle's notes.